Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm live here with Dead Cells, the Elemental update. I didn't realize that was included right in the title card there. I don't think that was a thing before, but suddenly it's there. Right on. I was just kind of chilling out at home. I didn't have a ton to do, and I got an urge to play more Dead Cells, which I've been playing a lot of lately, so hopefully I'm better at it. But I kind of figured, hey, if I'm going to fire it up anyways, then maybe I might as well stream it. Sorry, I just got a cord dangling in my way here that's super annoying to me. I don't know where to put it. Am I accidentally selecting things in the menu here? No problem. It says resume current run, but I'm not like in the middle of anything. I have recently died, so I'm back to square one. Except for the fact that I've unlocked the 85% gold return, so this is going to contain like 20 grand or something absurd like that. Yeah, no real shortage of money anymore. Once you've done enough runs and have that storage or like return thing set up, then you don't really need to worry about that anymore. Hey, I see someone just joined the lobby. Thanks for stopping by. The blood sword I'm not a huge fan of, but whatever, it's something to start with. The infinite arrows is kind of fun to mess around with, so I'll take that. I don't really have a lot of other options. I've been doing a lot of attempts at doing boss rushes, and because there's, oh sweet, I love the daggers. Alright, I'll just switch to the daggers right away then. I had been trying to rush the bosses because there's a door after the first boss that you can only open if you make it to and beat the boss within the first, I think it's 11 minutes, and I haven't managed to do that yet. So I gotta like remind myself to take a minute to slow down. It's a little bit harder to record and play this game at the same time because I'm trying to juggle what I'm doing and what I'm saying. Someday I'll have the confidence to try and do like a boss rush stream. I think that could be a lot of fun. I don't think today is that day, so I'm just kind of throwing this together. The meat grinder is awesome. I'm gonna buy that. I have so much money, I might as well. And any enemy that touches you is frozen. I'm not sure if I've ever actually had that one. I might as well buy it. Usually I wouldn't go buying things like before I even found anything normally. You know, I'd rather just see what there is in the level to discover before I fuck around with that. But seeing as I'm just trying to make sure this is a good run and that I like perform well, then I might as well just go for it, you know? I know I did see a strength upgrade just up above there, so I gotta decide right now if I want to do this health or strength. I'm gonna do strength, I think. Maybe I should have done skill, because if I'm gonna do that challenge room down below, which I ran straight past intentionally, I did see that, then I'm gonna want to do a lot of damage. Having skills is really helpful for that sort of thing. Let me take a look at the layout here. Let me explore vertically just a tiny bit more, see if there's anything I can capitalize on up here. And then, if not, then I might as well just go deal with that challenge room. I've still only ever beat one of them, and it was a really big fluke, and I had a lot of really good items, so I don't really know if I stand much of a chance. This guy probably wasn't here last time I recorded. The first time you ever encounter him, you just inspect him, and you actually take a blueprint for a big badass sword from him, and so I already have that, so it's not something I can do right now. I don't think I've ever seen a really long tunnel to roll through like that. I don't know if it's a weird glitch in the mapping or if that's meant to be there. It's peculiar. I've played like 14 hours of this game or something. That's the first time I've seen that. There it is. I knew it was somewhere around here. Wish me luck. Like, I don't have good skills or anything to do this with. Oh wait, it is going to leave it marked for me. You know what? I'm not going to do it right away. So I'm going to see if I can find maybe one more upgrade. At the very least, I want to try and get like one more trap or something. Corrupted power. I mean, yeah, that's helpful. Not really for a challenge room though. Just, it basically makes you do bonus damage. I could consider just buying this. I got so much money. You know what? I'm just going to do it. Just for the sake of the challenge room. If the challenge room wasn't there, I definitely wouldn't buy that. Spartan sandals, these came with the update. You basically can just kick things just to show that off. You just do a sweet kung fu kick. Maybe I'll go find something to kick just to show it off. Oh, I'm too strong. I didn't mean to do that. I'll just kick this guy now. So it is fun to run around and kick things. Not the strongest weapon, and especially considering I have the daggers right now, I'm not going to bother. Let's see what this pendant is. Right now I have things that touch me, get frozen. All damage you take is dealt to nearby enemies. I'm going to stick with the frozen one. I plan to not take enough damage to make that worth it. That's the plan. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, right? So, there's a little bit left to explore off to the side here. I'll go check that out next. Hopefully, something worthwhile. It's just going to be how I get to the sewers. Although, if I'm actually taking my time, this is, again, I've been doing these boss rushes so regularly that I've been just burning through things. Like, if I was 4 minutes in and not out of this starting area yet, that would be like botched. I would have screwed that up and had to restart it already. But since I'm actually taking my time, the sewers, the toxic and then old sewers, is actually like I've found to be the best route to go on. Oh, this was a terrible mistake. I couldn't have fucked that up harder. Right away, I knew that that was a stupid mistake, but I was just trying to do things quickly, you know? Doing the sewer route is the best possible one, because that's where you're going to find the most possible upgrades and different weapons and things like that. So I might as well head through this way then. Just fly my way down there. What am I working towards? Ooh, the ceiling turret. There's still so many things in this game that I haven't unlocked. These are all upgrades down here, but these are a handful of things I haven't even unlocked yet. Let's take the ceiling turret. And you automatically get it when you first unlock it. I'm going to ditch the fire grenades, I guess. I've never even seen this one before. Oh, it's sick. It's gross. It's awesome. Oh, I haven't actually spent all of my stuff, so I'll start working on the death orb. I think it's hilarious that it's literally called the death orb. You can see if I move too far away, it's got that little notice above it. It's because people like me were really cheesing the system with different traps. Specifically ones like the meat grinder here that just saws up enemies. You would just run away from it, go hide somewhere like up top or something and just let it do its thing. People were really, obviously capitalizing on that. So they nerfed it. They made it so you actually have to be near it. It's still quite forgiving if you ask me. Like, they could have made it so much harder on people. Let's try out this roof turret. That was the wrong thing. Let's try out this roof turret. Is that too far away? Is that not going to cut it? There we go. That's pretty cool, but I don't know if anything, I don't know if that can get killed. Like, if you use a regular turret, it can get killed by people. How do I get up to that? Because that's there's a thing here. Because biter swarm's a pretty good skill. The regular turret that sits on the floor, people can actually just kill it. Bonus damage to burning. Yeah. I do just kind of want to mess around with the turret for a little bit, and that's not quite good enough for that. See, this guy, you got to be there in like 3 minutes if you want to open that up. Very hard to do. And that one, you really don't even get that good of shit for, so it's generally not a huge concern of mine to try and make it to that in time. Not going to bother with that flashbang grenade that just dropped. They aren't that great. Mostly you want to try and find skills that have something else going for them. Like if it's a skill plus it adds to your health or your strength or something, then it's probably worth grabbing. Something plain like that, I think I'm just gonna skip over it. I'm glad I picked up the extra strength right now because I'm able to kill most of these things like very easily. I might regret it later when I get like one-shotted for not having enough health, but for now it makes things easier on me. I'm a fan of that. I used to not bother with skill upgrades. My brother bought the game and started playing it, and I watched him do a run actually where he just like got nothing but skill upgrades. Ooh, stronger version. Enemies burn when they die, or 100% damage to poison targets. Does this thing poison things? It doesn't. So I'll take the burning death one, I suppose. Yeah, but skills in this game are unbelievably useful. He picked up every skill upgrade that there was. You know, you're not going to pass up on picking up anything in this game, really. But anytime it was one of the optional ones where you choose what you want it to be, he always got the skill for that as well. And it was just so strong. The meat grinder might have actually been one of the ones he had when he did that. That wasn't very ninja-like of me. I always like to think of myself as a ninja in this game. I haven't been making a lot of use of the turret. I should be trying to do better with that. Hey, that was a pretty handy bit of teamwork between myself and the turret there. I think that worked out quite well. I want to see more of that. And, whoa, I didn't mean to drop down there. Almost really fucked myself up. There, that was a little more ninja-like. A lot of quality dodging going on around there. It's funny having two weapons that cause bleeding. It really fucks things up big time because it just stacks on top of itself. I feel like I haven't been doing a good job of exploring every corner. I've kind of been skipping things here and there. I might have to do a little bit of backtracking. It's mostly just like missing the odd corner though. I haven't, just within that little nest of different turns and directions I could have gone, I probably didn't actually miss that much when I go back and look at it. This must just be a little side room with an item. It's just a different sandal. Just a bonus damage, no extra health or anything. Not gonna bother with that one, I don't think. Oh, I thought this was an elite room for a second. Basically gonna buy every scroll that's ever for sale. It doesn't happen that often. You get gold when you get a dead cell. Holy shit, I've taken more damage than I realized. Take a quick heal for that. Rolling ignites the ground. Damage from projectiles reduced by a lot. That's pretty sweet as well. But I'm gonna stick with what I got. This must take me to a different area. Oh, it's just another side thing. The balanced blade. I don't really like the firebrands that much. They're not that strong. I'm not gonna bother with that. I might as well just stick with the bleeding sword. It's not that good, but I don't need to buy every single thing I find just because I got the money. One of these days I'm gonna have a bad string of dying a lot, and then I won't have the money, and then I'll regret having spent it all. I don't want to live a life of regret just because I'm a rich man. Times won't always be so good. Oh shit, I didn't see that thing fucking pop up from there. I also didn't mean to jump straight past this guy. Yeah, these are the choose your own things. So I definitely need to upgrade health since I haven't had a single health upgrade yet. It's pretty like uncommon at this stage to have no health upgrades. Ooh, there's a nice handy elite. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. I guess I used to really focus on avoiding these guys. Sorry, I can just see something in the map here next to that teleporter above the red room there. That must be how you get to the next area. I was wondering if maybe it was an upgrade or something. Elites used to scare me a lot more. I think now I'm just gonna deal with it. So let's get that process of getting this guy bleeding started, and then I'll lure him over into here. Get out of here! All my daggers are stuck in that guy. That's shitty. I'm just trying to fuck this one guy up. Yeah, they really aren't that strong overall if you know to just be prepared for the fact that they teleport. Damage taken reduced by 10. Long dives cause the ground to be ignited. It's not very often that you find one of those pendants that has two things. So that's pretty sweet. I'm definitely into that. Gonna pick that one up for myself. Damage reduced by 10 is pretty badass on its own. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but now and again you just get so annihilated in this game that it ends up making a huge difference. Oh, fuck, man, I got so many strength upgrades. And that frozen thing really wasn't doing much for me. Oh, shit, another challenge thing. I almost missed it. I gotta be smarter than I was on the last one. I don't know if I really feel prepared for this at all. I think everything's always a little bit stronger in these as well. They're not just like your standard enemies. I gotta roll past these guys, try and just take my... You want to just take your time as much as possible, but that's a terrible strategy because you're timed. This is going better than most of these do, I'll be honest. They don't normally go well at all. Having good skills is like the most important thing for doing these challenge rooms. Oh shit. Did not mean to go there. Gotta roll past them. Get some shit set up. Oh fuck. Get out of here, fuck you guys. Okay, all this bleeding and stuff is making this a lot easier than it normally would be. I'll just chuck the turret down there, sure, why not? Help myself out a little bit. Get more bleeding going on here. Fuck, that's not where I wanted that to go. These guys are so hard to fuck with. There we go, that's actually exactly what I needed, was to get behind them with the meat grinder there. Maybe I can just fuck all these guys up with that. Get in there, do a little bit of the dirty work myself for a change. Oh fuck, I got a little too close there for comfort. Come on, there can't be that much left of this. No! Oh, I bet you the ending was right fucking there. The one other time I ever beat one of those, that's like right where the ending was. Ah, fuck. I'm so disappointed that I botched that. Ah, it's so tempting to grab the cursed chest, but since I'm recording, I do want to be a little bit more cautious. I don't want to throw this run away just for, like, whatever tiny little thing it could possibly give me. It really, I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't be a huge thing. Did this say bonus to health? Absolutely taking that then. If you guys haven't seen the Nutcracker before, it's a pretty badass weapon. Super slow, heavy ass damage, especially considering that I have like so many damage upgrades right now. It's like unstoppably strong. I have a lot of backtracking to do. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time in the sewers here. Man, I'm so bummed that I lost the challenge. I just want video evidence of having done it before. The reward really isn't great, like, at all. You get dick all. I think I got 10 cells and like a random skill drop or something. I didn't even get like a blueprint or anything. Oh, the place I hadn't been to, I can't go to. Well, in that case, I'm not spending any more time in here. I'm probably just hightailing it out of here. Move on to the other sewers. Let's just roll our way through nice and speedily. Oh, I didn't see how many cells I have. If I have 30, nah, not quite gonna get the death orb. The dark orb? Death orb. I was right the first time. Just invest into that. Is it a skill or is it is a skill. I wasn't sure if it was a weapon. I love that I've played this game for like 15 hours and I'm still finding things. I mean, they recently added some of it with the patch, but even just the base game had so much shit to begin with and they're just still adding to it like continuously. So this game just started out big and amazing and it's getting bigger and amazinger. So I'm a big advocate, proponent of this game. I will do what I can to try and sell more copies, except for if the game would be perfect if it weren't for fucking enemies like these mushroom bastards. There's a lot of shitty enemies in this game that fill me with rage, and that's one of them. No reason to take that, doesn't provide any sort of useful upgrades. Not gonna bother with the flammable sword. Not a super strong item. They added like more elemental combinations. That was a big part of the elemental update, but it really still wasn't enough to make a big difference. There's sorry, I'm just trying to not die. There's those crystal zombie guys that are down here that if you kill them, they spawn slug things like the biters. Hey Max, how's it going, buddy? I don't know if those were in the original game, but they definitely were added with the content update. Or well, I can't say definitely. It's exactly contradicting what I just said. But I think they might have been there before, but might not have spawned the biters. Now that they do, they're super pain in the ass. I have to be really careful with them. I don't think I've found 3 challenge rooms across 3 areas before. That's like oddly lucky. Yeah, good to hear, buddy. Glad to hear things are going okay. It's I gotta just hope I'm ready for this. 2.5 minutes. That means it's gonna be a long one. Like a lot of enemies and stuff, I'm assuming. Oh, I actually would rather fight enemies than deal with these traps. These traps can be so tricky. Walking through it probably would have been easier than rolling. It was a stupid decision. But I just thought, on the off chance that the rolling is like just that little bit faster, maybe it would make the difference for me. God damn. I was not ready for all those traps. Oh fuck, I gotta get out of there. Got a stupid one of those mushroom things way off in the distance somewhere. Quickly, I just had to bail and heal because I didn't want to just be rolling around doing my thing and suddenly die from one of these fucking mushroom guys. Just gonna chop down there and use the nutcracker. Deal as much damage as possible. Computer's fucked. Shit, man, what happened? It just straight up died on you? No, I want to keep the nutcracker for the health. The impaler's kind of cool though. I can show it off for a second. It's fast, but it's pretty rare. It's fast and good range. Pretty rare that you actually pin something up against the wall to make use of the critical blow for victims up against the wall. Not very often you can make use of that. Still, I'll stick with the thing that can add health. Yeah, the computer's just fried though, man. I know the feeling. I had a computer die on me, and it just sucks. You just feel totally, I don't know if lost is the right word. That sounds a little dramatic, but it fucking sucks. Slow and won't run anything. Oh, yeah, see, when I had my computer problems, it just like died. So it was pretty definitive. When it's something like that, then there's a little bit of hope. You're like, maybe if I install the right updates or upgrade the right hardware or make the right choices or buy the right thing, then maybe I can like fix it. With mine, it was just fucked, and it was just nothing could really be done about that. One of the hard drives just failed, and it happened to be the hard drive that had Windows on it. When I figured that out, I was able to like salvage it, and I can still kind of, fuck me, I could kind of use that laptop again now, because I just put Windows on the second hard drive, and it's usable technically now, but it's, you know, it was already 6 years old anyways. But no, just having like a very blank, like, it's fucked. 10 years old at least. Oh man, mine, that's a lot of time to get out of a computer. My laptop went to shit when it was about 6 years old, and I felt like I got a lot out of that. Like 6 years felt like a lot. So 10's pretty damn good. Yeah, definitely build your own. The one I'm playing on right now is one I built myself. It wasn't as hard as I thought. I had a friend who had done it before, and he was able to give me a little bit of guidance. That might look like I'm super skilled and dodge that scorpion with like last minute reflexes. Not so much the case. It was mostly a fluke. Yeah. Building your own laptop, not the daunting, own desktop, not the daunting task that it really sounds like when you first hear it. It took me a solid, I can't exactly remember now. It was quite a while. It took me a solid 2 hours of YouTube tutorials. My buddy just kind of gave me a bunch of tips that helped a little bit. And then when I sat down and did it, all said and done, probably took me 4 hours of building time, maybe closer to like 5 or something. But it was sweet. I've been having a few minor issues with it lately though, which is kind of, I don't really know like what to do about that now. I don't know if I fucked something up, but it tends to overheat playing very particular random games. Not sure what brought that on or anything. I already know all the parts, just have to get them. That's sweet. I went to like, it was in subreddit called like help me build a PC or something like that, and people came in and recommended parts for me. Ooh, nice damage step up with the daggers. And then my buddy who gave me the tips on building also sold me an old part of his. That helped a lot too. What are the specs for yours? you would... Oh, shit, I didn't realize this threw an extra dagger. Sorry, I just got distracted. Fires one upward. Sweet. Throwing daggers all over the place here. Maybe I can get right underneath these guys and rip them to shreds with daggers. What are the specs? It's an i7 because I wanted it to be able to multitask, to be able to, like, play and record games and then, like, render out game footage and things like that. So I went with an i7. Not necessary at all if you're not planning to record. You can easily get away with, like, an i5, I think. Did I do 8 or 16 gigs of RAM? I feel like I did 16. It came in like a 2-pack of 2 8 guys. It was like an the graphics card was like an RX R90 or something like that. It had a weird naming thing, but then that's the one I bought off my friend, and then he installed a custom cooler on it because the graphics card was built to run hot, which is a weird thing, hotter than most are. And so because of that, it would get really hot because it was built to. And then because of that, the fan would basically always be on. And he said it was just the most obnoxiously loud fan, considering it was basically built to always be on. So he installed a custom cooler on it. So I couldn't really tell you what that is. Because I don't really know much about it myself. That's building a custom... or installing a custom component like that's way out of my own scope. Not something I personally would attempt. Not until I have a lot more experience with it under my belt. I probably left out something specs-wise. Hey man, I also went to this place in town called Memory Express, I think? And this was when I was having troubles with my laptop. I just like put it down on the table and I was like, this shit's fucked, I don't know what to do. And the guy was so helpful. If you ever have problems with like a computer or need tips or help or anything, for the love of God, don't go to like Best Buy or any shit like that. Go find like a store that specializes in computers and like sells computer parts for the sake of people building their own stuff, because the people who work there are people who build computers and they could give you so many tips. Like I built the entire thing, set it all up, and realized, oh, I'm a nutsack. I didn't buy a wireless like card for it. I completely forgot that was a thing that I was gonna need. And I just went in there and had like a sweet chat with the guys. They recommended all the different parts. They weren't trying to sell me anything. It was super helpful. I totally recommend trying to find yeah, don't go to Best Buy. Yeah. Yeah, try and find somewhere that'll be more helpful. Ooh, more damage reduction. And the igniting ground thing is cool, but I'm gonna stick with the more damage reduction. I'm gonna go with that. What's your like #1 game right now? What are you playing the most of right now? Mine would probably pretty easily be this game. Although since I recently wrapped up Century Night Tactics on the channel, like I kind of set that series aside, I always wanted to come back to it. I knew the game was too long to do a full Let's Play of on the channel. It would just take forever to get through all that. So I set that aside, but I've been replaying through that. I'm trying to finish that game, but mostly I'm spending my time here. Hey, Sixth, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. Haven't seen you in quite a while. I also haven't been streaming a lot, so that makes a difference, but the Knife Storm is cool. I don't know how much you guys have seen of some of this, so I'll show it off. Oh, that's not what I meant. There you go. So the Knife Storm's fucking sweet, but I think I'm gonna hang on to this turret thing right now because it's pretty damn handy. Oh, I see you guys just chilling in the little pond there. I don't think they ever drop cells or gold or anything, but I just want them dead. Just. Oh, cool. Oh, is this good? Good. It turned it back. It like is continuing on the previous stream, I think. I think that worked the way it was supposed to. That was strange. I've like never had that happen. It was actually the recording software itself that went dead. That was it seems like it worked out. I fucking love this infantry bow. but these daggers are so useful right now. The infantry bow is a lot better earlier on. I'm gonna have to stick with what I got for now. Hey Bob, welcome back again. And oh man, if you haven't seen this game, it is my favorite thing right now. My brother, who like doesn't play games, like very infrequently, he said he saw like the first 5 minutes of me playing this on the channel, and he immediately went out and bought it, and then within like a week of having it, he already put in fucking like 20 hours or something. He got really into it. It's an incredible game, just in like every way. Graphics, the controls are so tight, everything just feels great. The discovery, the ways it makes you feel badass, the amount of content, oh, it's just unreal. This game's fucking sick. Wow, that was kind of lucky that I stomped that guy as I dropped down. But anyways, everything, the stream recovered. It's nothing seems fucked up now. Everything's back up and running. I'm saying it like a statement. I'm meaning it to be more like a question. Like, is everything running? Love the style. Yeah. For a second, when you said live the style, I was like, what did I say? What style is he claiming to live? Yeah, I live that Dead Cells life. This is how I roll. Swinging around my big nutcracker. Yeah, that's the gist of what I'm getting at, is that everything in this game is good. It's just so well done, top to bottom. And it's so encouraging to see. Look at this guy, he's like a chef. I've never run into one of these chefs before. It's really just so encouraging to see a random indie game that I hadn't heard about basically until 2 weeks before the release come out of nowhere, kind of surprise everyone, and it's already been bought and installed like 200,000 times or something fucking crazy within the month it's been out. So it's really encouraging on top of everything. I watched the last stream, it looked awesome. I meant to watch the rest of your episodes, but I forgot. Well, honestly, by the time that stream happened, that's technically like the best I had been at the game at the time. Now I'm probably better still. So you could always go back and watch more for the sake of the views or whatever, but if you feel like you got enough out of the stream, then I would say you don't really need to bother, since that was a lot of like the intro beginning stuff of the game anyways. You wouldn't be missing out on much except for me being like, oh, what's this? This is new. Oh, cool, I haven't seen that before. I make it sound so terrible. I'm not selling it at all. But you know what I mean, that it's like, if you saw the stream, then realistically you probably saw like a lot of what there is to offer in the game anyways. Damn, I'm gonna go back, explore the rest of these sewers. I probably have gotten everything I can out of it in terms of these upgrades and stuff that are laying around, but it can't hurt to go check when there's a teleporter so near. And there's only the one little pocket here that I didn't get a chance to watch. Or sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and play at the same time. I was reading about Bob watching. Yeah, not a lot I haven't explored over here. Ooh, another little secret. Hey, Joshe! Man, we got a pretty solid group of regulars who like to stop in on the streams. Super fun. Makes it. It's not like I expect you guys to show up, but it's always exciting for me when I see familiar faces. It's cool. People who I know what to expect from. I don't think I've ever really had anyone show up who was like a huge dickhead or like super mean to anyone. Oh, you know what? There was that one time I was playing Husk that like Donald Trump showed up. But really I just fucked with him the whole time, so that was kind of funny for me. I quite enjoyed that. But really he was just trying to like derail things and be a shithead. You know, the way the president tends to do. But it's cool. It's cool having people around who I know are just gonna be like good people who just want to chill, chat, ask some questions, watch some games. It's nice to have a good core set of people who come around. I'm doing well, man. It was kind of a rough week. Don't really want to get into it. Pretty personal, but things are doing better. It's been good. A lot of good, positive stuff the last few days. So I'm doing pretty damn well. Glad to hear things are going well with you, as well. Sorry, I'm trying to dodge things and get caught up on the chat here. This looks like it could potentially be one of my Metroidvanias. Like one of yours is in like a type of game that you really enjoy, like something that you would have on your collection, or have you made games similar to this? And got recently a haircut. Ooh, me too. But I also recently got this hat, so I'm wearing this hat to show my support, I suppose, but also because I just like the new hat. Any other Metroidvanias you like? Probably. Off the top of my head, can't really suggest any. It's not a genre I spend a lot of time in, to be honest, so I don't really have recommendations. I really feel like I like the weapons I have right now. Oh no, I can replace the... Oh shit, that's not where I meant to spend those. I'll replace the turret with the death orb. I haven't been using it a lot anyways. Extra damage to frozen and poison. Fuck it, might as well switch it out. Hollow Knight. I thought Josh A might want to recommend Hollow Knight. That game did look super sweet. I still never actually played more of it than the 20 minutes of the demo. Any other... Potentially be one of my... I'm jumping all over the chat here. Does anyone else listen to Slipknot? You know, back when I was like 12 or something, I thought they were the stupidest band ever. I thought they loved themselves way too much, that they thought too highly of themselves, and like a bunch of dickheads running around in masks. But I didn't really listen to their music, and then at some point I started listening to their music, and I fell in love with Joey Jordison. I don't think he's in the band anymore, is he? I was super bummed that he left, because he was basically the fucking sweetest drummer around. One of them, at least. He's way up there. I love Joey Jordison. And there's quite a bit of Slipknot stuff that I like. Basically, I have like a greatest hits that I've listened to, and I like a lot of the stuff off there. But I think I started to realize I liked Corey Taylor more than Slipknot itself. And so I started listening to like Stone Sour, which I think shows off Corey Taylor a little bit more. And I think he has some solo stuff that I was getting into. So I think I like Corey Taylor more than I like Slipknot. Oh, you just started listening to their music. I really gotta read the whole chat before I get into it. I guess what I would say then is that they do have a greatest hits thing that has a lot of really sweet stuff on it. It does. The one that I had, which I'm not going to remember the title of the exact CD, it really spans their career, and so it does include a lot of their earlier stuff, which is quite a bit more aggressive. The band as a whole is pretty aggressive. That doesn't change a whole lot, but it's like a lot grimier and dirtier in their early shit, if you know what I mean. Death Orb! What in the fuck? That was a very strange attack. I got really excited about using it. Death Orb. Quit throwing up your shield when I'm trying to Death Orb you. It's making this so much harder. Oh shit. Alright. He's got all of my shit stuck in him right now. Oh, there, I finally did it without him managing to just throw his shield up in time. I gotta get in there with the Nutcracker, because once you use... Fuck. Okay, this is getting a little bit difficult if I chuck a potion. Once you use things like arrows and daggers, then they like stick in the enemies, and they occasionally like fall out. I don't exactly know what makes them fall out. It doesn't happen all the time. Fuck you, I'm gonna crack your nuts. That's what I'm here to do, is crack nuts. Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time. So you can see there I get this ammo stuck in enemy thing when I try to do anything with that. I threw it in the wrong direction. It's so habitual to use the daggers that I keep trying to do it despite the fact that I can't. Just gotta roll around him a whole bunch and just try and lay down as much damage as I can. Man, it wasn't all that long ago that this guy was like, holy shit, the forgotten one? Incomplete one. Was like a huge pain, like, oh god, this is the hardest thing ever. I basically kill him every time at this point. I think he would like Symphony of the Night. Hey, 6 actually has like a real Slipknot recommendation. Just a bunch of gold teeth, and gems to pick up. I mean, I'm about to start dressing emo again. It seems like the only style I personally like on myself, and so I'm kind of just trying to start to listen more of that sort of music. Man, you don't have to get into the scene. You can dress however the fuck you want. I listened to nothing except for like punk and screamo in junior, like not elementary, but I guess it would be like grade 7 through 12. Then I started expanding. I still listen to that stuff, but I listen to more now. But I never stopped dressing, or I never started dressing differently. Like, I was a farm town kid, a very small town kid. This is that thing that if you beat it in 11 minutes, then that opens up. Wasn't even close. Yeah, I was like this farm town kid with a bunch of rednecks going to my school, and I listened to all this punk and screamo, and they all listened to fucking, I don't know, Kenny Loggins or something. And I don't know, I never felt the need to dress the part, mostly because I didn't really, I don't know. I feel like my parents probably would have been okay with it, but they were also usually like probably the ones buying my clothes. But if I would have asked, they probably would have helped me out. But yeah, man, don't worry about your music taste and your dress sense matching. You can dress however you want and listen to whatever music you want, and if they match or not, doesn't fucking matter. I could tell you I've been to like a dozen screamo shows where 100% or 99% of the crowd is wearing black, and then I'll be wearing like bright orange and like board shorts or something. Like, it doesn't matter. Don't stress out over it, man. You can listen to whatever you want, dress how you want. I should have added Castlevania to that to clarify. When you were talking about the Metroidvanias. What kind of punk were you into? Ooh, my intro to punk was Billy Talent. A cool ass Canadian band. It branched out from there into like Rise Against. Anti-Flag. I started listening to Anti-Flag around the same time. Those 3 bands were the core of my punk listening for a long time. More like new wave punk, if that's how that would be categorized. I hate these enemies, by the way. They're fucked. I don't know if I've ever been to the Fog Fjord on this channel. Wow, that was a terrible start. I gotta get my head in the game here. Billy Talent, Rise Against, Anti-Flag. Pretty new wave, I guess is what I would call it, yeah. Then I started getting into things like Against Me, and from there it kind of started moving backwards into older punk. I got into Melancholy, Pennywise, things like that. And since then, now, recently, it's moved back even further still. Now I listen to... Oh, shit. What are some of the... Oh, Wilhelm Scream is really good. They're new as well, though. What is the fucking name of the band I just started getting really into? Oh, the Lillingtons? Death by Stereo? No, that's the wrong band name. The Lillingtons are super fucking awesome, though, and they're super old. Rancid is cool. Refused, kind of punk, but they're awesome. I don't know, man. I'm all over the map. To be honest, I mostly listen to Break the Rules. Oh, is that the name of the band? Do they sound anything like Modest Mouse? Because one of my friends, one of his favorite bands is Modest Mouse. I really, really like Modest Mouse as well. And I know there's another band that he says he likes more than Modest Mouse. No, Built to Spill is what I'm thinking of. Not really close to the same. Break the Rules, Built to Spill. Close enough. Sorry, I don't think I know Break the Rules. I know I don't have to conform to the whole lifestyle, but I feel like it's kind of necessary to understand everything because I used to be emo and stuff. That's fair, man. If you just want to immerse yourself in the culture, there's some cool stuff like the punk scene. Like, I never really got into that sort of thing, but I know that there's a lot more to it than putting your hair up in a mohawk and getting piercings. You know, there's like history there and stuff. So if you're looking to like invest yourself in the history of music, then that's sweet. Go for it. That's cool. I had an obsession with punk. My introduction was Dead Kennedys. Oh, so you started out on like the older end of the spectrum, and then eventually the post-punk stuff, which is still my favorite genre. Yeah, I'd have to say that across like all the many different things I've ever listened to and still do, I think punk continually like comes up as being my favorite genre. Man, definitely check out the Lillingtons. They're like old Dead Kennedys style, and I think they have. When I said Death by Television earlier, I was getting confused because I think they have a CD that's called Death by Radio or Death by Television or something, and that CD's unreal. There's you'll know it's the right one if it has a song called Phantom Maggot on it. It's about a superhero called Phantom Maggot, and it's super ridiculous, super awesome. I love that CD. That band in general is really good, though. Break the Rules is a song. It's inspired by 80s songs like Push It to the Limit or I Need a Hero. Who does it? Who does that song then? I'm not sure if I am familiar. Bob, I would get into Joy Division, still my favorite band. And they do... I'm trying to play and read. And they do Dark Sound just right. I know that I've heard of them. I've actually never listened to the band myself. That Death Orb is nowhere near as strong as I thought it would be. Also, I forgot that guy could teleport, so I was not really prepared for that. Man, that spinning blade thing, so I'm gonna try and mime this out. Like, it spins towards and then back, like it boomerangs. But if you are at the very end of where it pivots and then turns back around, you get hit by it like 19 times and it just fucking, you're like instantly dead. It's such bullshit. So I try to steer as clear of those guys as I can, but my weapons kind of require me to get up close with them. I'm getting Joy Division. I have to check out the Lillingtons. Sound up my alley. They're super awesome. I need to write this down because I'll forget. Yeah, go write it down. I know I've probably... Well, I know for certain that I've told people, like, during streams, that sounds like a dope band or song or something. I'll definitely go check that out. And then totally forgotten. Unfortunately, because I'm probably not going to rewatch my own several hours of streaming to try to find one band. People should follow up with me if they ever recommend things. Shoot me a comment, a tweet, a message, anything like that. And then do it right now even. Just because I'm probably going to forget otherwise, unfortunately. I apologize for that in advance. Ever heard of Simon Viklund? Do you know what? Speaking of people having recommended things and me forgetting, that instantly reminds me, you, Josh A., have recommended him to me before, and I said I was going to listen to it, and I didn't get around to it, and I apologize for that. Find me on Twitter or something and shoot me a message, or like, or there's like, you can do messages on YouTube. Find some way to send that to me, because I am probably not going to write it down right now, because I'm trying to keep the gameplay moving. But if you get that to me, then I'll check that shit out for sure. I'm always open to new bands. I got signed up for Spotify, so it's very easy to like get really into a new band. Fuck. Oh god, this is terrible. I didn't mean to like have so many... That was never going to end well. I was getting too deep into it without having killed anything, so I was totally just fucked at that point. Not the proper way to do challenge rooms, I just kind of botched it. Fuck, I love having strong daggers, because it's really one of the only ways you can take care of shit-ass enemies like that can just fuck you up too easily otherwise. I'm waiting for them to get under me so I can drop on them. Wow, did that ever not work the way I wanted it to. I should not be 2 potion chugs down at this point. I'm not very deep into the fjord at this point. I'm a little bit concerned about how this is shaping up all of a sudden. I mean, you can listen to the Payday 2 soundtrack. Most of the songs are from him. Oh, that's interesting. I have been really excited about playing Payday 2, and it recently was just free. It might still be, that free promotion might still be running. If anyone here doesn't have it, go check out Steam. There's like a thing where you can go get the game for free, add it to your account. It's only like a 2-week span that they're doing this, and you have it forever if you do it during that 2-week span. So definitely go check that shit out. Ooh, yeah, bonus health. Yes, sir. I will buy that right away. Also, very lethal combination of items. Yeah, I've always wanted to check out Payday, but I've never wanted to play it alone. So, probably, I figure at some point it'll make its way onto the channel. Just gotta make the time for it mostly. I think I've talked about Hollywood Undead. Yeah, I think we've I think we've talked about Hollywood Undead before. I had a phase where it was actually kind of when I was like when I first heard of the band. I was like, this band's fucking incredible. They're doing such a cool thing, like unique thing. And I had like a month or two span where I was really, really into them. But for some reason, like everyone at my school got really into them, and they started getting like weirdly overplayed. And unfortunately, I just kind of got sick of them really quickly. Whoa. I'm gonna get caught up in the chat here. I think I'm missing some stuff. 5 million copies were already sold for Payday. Yeah. Like but this free thing still isn't. Oh shit! I see. What? It wasn't just a time limit thing. It was actually until they had 5 million copies given away. That's fucking absurd. That they actually managed to give away 5 million copies of the game. How many fucking people use Steam? I realize it's a lot. I'm like not particularly surprised by that. But I also didn't really see that promotion advertised that heavily. I guess free games? Like a free, high-rated game? I guess it shouldn't be a big surprise that people got really, really, really on board with that. That's good for them. But that's kind of unfortunate that I was advertising it, getting people's hopes up, and then it wasn't actually a thing. There must be like DLC in the game. Like they must have reached a point where sales had stagnated, and they were like, hey, we just give away a shitload of copies of the game. Like, I don't know, 0.5% of those people will start playing the game, and 0.5% of them will start buying DLC, and altogether that works out to like 50,000 new DLCs sold, or God knows what. I only listened to them until I went to my first concert with them because nothing by them could top that. I only listened to them. Oh, the live show was so good that you didn't actually want to listen to them anymore. I know stories of people who they hear a band live and they're like, oh, that was like pretty atrocious. Not Hollywood Undead, I'm not specifically saying them, just in general, people who have gone to concerts and then been like, ugh, not at all what I like wanted them to be. There was a big letdown. I don't even think I can listen to the band anymore. That's I'm glad you had such a positive experience with it then. If it's a shame that if you like them that much, that if you feel it like doesn't compare anymore. I guess you can just keep an eye out for upcoming concerts and try to get in on the next one. This is more of like a folk band, more than anything, not really in line with what we've been talking about here today, but a band Elliot Brood that my brother got me really into. They probably have, how do I want to phrase this? Probably not like the best live show I've ever been to, because I've been to some really ones that I've really loved. But I know that they put on such a good live show that by the end of it, like I went in liking the band and came out of it like loving it. It fucking blew me away. It was like so good. That was, that one stands out to me because it was probably the concert that has done the most to like change my perception of a band. Like most bands that I go in coming out loving, I went in loving. That one was just like, oh yeah, I like this band. That'll be a fun concert, I guess. I haven't been to a concert in a while. And ended up just having like the best time ever. So that concert experience definitely stands out to me. You ever get into singer-songwriter stuff? I'm unsure what you mean. Like rather than following a band, just start following a particular musician? Is that maybe what you're getting at? If that's the case, there's this guy, Anthony Green, who, he was in like Seosin or something, which is a band I didn't really care for very much. But then he did Circa Survive, which is fucking dope. That band's awesome. I really, really like Circa Survive. Couldn't even tell you what genre of music they are. I have never been able to properly quantify it. It's a pretty unique shit. Kind of some sort of post-modern punk-inspired don't even know. Don't know what to say. But anyways, I started getting into him too because he had a solo career and stuff. Oh, Nick Drake, Elliott Smith. Elliott Brood is misleading. It sounds like a person's name. It's totally just a band name, same as like Billy Talent. It's not actually named after someone in the band. I wouldn't say that I can think of a good example of having gotten really into like a particular singer-songwriter. What do I want to do here? Do I backtrack and like try and explore a little bit, or do I just move on to the next area? I bet you there's more upgrades to be found in this current run that I'm doing, so I might want to backtrack a little bit to try and find those. I can't think of other examples in line with what you're thinking, so I guess no. I guess my answer is no then. I'm sure there are singer-songwriters that I enjoy, and like similar to people like Elliott Smith. Frank Turner, maybe? I don't know if that really counts either. That's another guy who I got into through like one band and then started following around for other reasons. Yeah, so I guess my answer is no, because even if I do have songs I like or things like that, I don't have any strong example that I really got like heavily into. I could just stand up here and spam daggers while I read the chat. Does anyone know any bands that put out cool band shirts? I mean, while I'm on the mind, while it's on my mind, I just went to the Dirty Nil opening with the Flatliners, like, when would that have been? A week ago. It was just like a week ago. Super fun concert. I ended up going by myself, and no one wanted to go to it. Semi-obscure punk bands. The Flatliners, not so much. The Dirty Nil's kind of new and up and coming, but I've been trying to see the Flatliners for about 5 years, and I've been trying to see the Dirty Nil for 2 or 3. So it was like 2 big checks off my list. That was super awesome. But I got a really sweet shirt from the Dirty Nil. I wouldn't say in particular that they're like the best shirt makers. It just reminded me about it. Sweet band shirts though. Protest the Hero. I really fucking like Protest the Hero, and they have some really cool shirts. I mean, sure, I'm going to start listening to more music, but I also searching for band shirts to turn to dresses. Yeah, Protest the Hero has some really cool shirts. I know right around the time they put out Pacific Myth, they had some really cool promotional stuff. So I don't know if all of their stuff is as cool as what it was that came out at that time. A new blueprint. Holy shit, an oil grenade? A rare blueprint. It must be rare if I haven't found it yet. That's fucking cool that I'm still finding new blueprints. Oh shit, I had another good recommendation. Oh, A Day to Remember. They just put out like crazy shit. I had one that was bright yellow and had 2 ice cream cones fighting on it. It was a fucking sweet shirt. And I ran into someone at a bar when I was like just starting college, like first year college, first couple weeks of college basically. I ran into a guy in the bar who was wearing the same shirt. We had a big bonding thing over the shirt and the band. And then I actually just ran into him like at the start of the month sometime, and he like invited me out to a show. We don't talk that often, but he and I like bonded over music, and we still like talk music sometimes and try to go to shows together. Weird little offshoot story, but A Day to Remember. They make weird shirts, but cool weird shirts. Bringing back Joy Division, can't go wrong with Unknown Pleasures shirt. I might as well unlock this. Shields are done. I'm just unlocking them just cuz. I never ever use them. They're basically useless. I'll start unlocking the oil grenade though. At one point I had like my wardrobe was basically band shirts, and I've slowly whittled some of them out. I still have some old ones. I have a really cool Alexis on Fire shirt that I like, but it's basically just their heart skull logo, which I think is a super dope logo. But it's also the sort of thing that I don't like to wear around, like, you know, family gatherings or like a professional setting of any kind, because it's a giant fucking skull thing. Yeah, Protest the Hero and A Day to Remember would be two I'd recommend checking out, but unfortunately, that's all I can think of at the moment. I'm sure I've had other cool shirts over the years. I had a cool Dropkick Murphys shirt. I think I still have it. It's not the coolest, but it's kind of neat. It's like kind of pirate themed. They have a lot of like Celtic and piratey type stuff. I don't think I've been to the graveyard on the channel. I just showed up to it all nonchalantly because I've pretty consistently make it here at this point. But it's fucked. It's fucked down here. There's those stupid crawler or corpse things, these guys, that will spawn. Oh shit, one just came out of the ground behind me. That spawn these flying fucks, and they're just such a bitch. And having the magnet thing there is so useful for dealing with swarming flying things in this game, so I'm really glad to have that right now. Run in there and stomp them. If I can get like all of them to release their little flying things at once, that would be preferred. Doesn't seem like that's really gonna work out. Oh well, this Nutcracker ended up being a pretty good weapon for me overall. Considering I have so many damage upgrades, it seems to just be working out super well for me. And stomp. And to think there was a time where I thought the daggers were a shitty weapon and I didn't like them. Fuck you. Those things do more damage than I would expect them to for being an enemy whose main purpose seems to be to spawn other enemies. If you actually get stuck getting hit by one of them, they can kind of fuck you up. Like everything in this game can fuck you up. Luckily, there's kind of the feature where if something hits you and then you start retaliating, you can recover some of your health. That makes it a lot easier. The electric whip is only okay at best. I'll go find something to whip with it. That just takes you back to the start. But it does give me a strength upgrade, which is pretty rad. It would almost consider it. Check this shit out. It kind of auto-targets, which is cool. Doesn't look like there's a real enemy I can use it against, just those bird things. Not as versatile as the daggers. Going back to the daggers once again. Protest the Hero, when they... Just going back to that band again. Going on like a... Not so much of a tangent, I guess a callback might be more appropriate. When they came out with Pacific Myth, they put out a bunch of stuff that was like... You could only... They did an interesting thing. It was a 6-song EP, and they released it. Fuck this guy. This guy's the worst. He can throw his big hook out and reel you in, and then he does like an absurd amount of damage. So they put out a 6-song EP, but they released it one song at a time over the like once a month. Came out on the 15th of each month, I think. And so you could sign up for it. It was like basically doing a Patreon or a Kickstarter or something. You would sign up for it and you would get the songs as they came out. But it also gave you access to like an exclusive shop where you could buy merch that was promoting that EP. And I regret so much not buying this hoodie. Because each song had its own unique artwork. There was like a shark and this manta ray and this big frog and stuff. And one of my favorite songs off of it, Cold Water, had this sweater that went along with it as well, and I fucking regret not buying it. It was like the coolest bit of band merch I've ever seen. Thanks for the suggestions. I'll see if I can find anything. Band merch is so hard to come by over here in Sweden, and it sucks at mostly just popular bands. Damn, and I don't know how shipment works for you. I don't know if it's like super inconvenient or like not a real thing to get stuff shipped in. Yeah, that's the shit I was talking about where he reels you in. Trying to avoid that. Because I rarely buy band merch at a concert, actually. I do it, well, I guess I do it a fair amount, but mostly I do it just because it's like, when else am I going to get to buy this? Like, or it's just I enjoyed the band or the show so much that I get all fired up and I'm like, yeah, I'll buy a band shirt. Oh god, my ear is ringing. And so then I just get fired up and end up buying it, even if I don't think it was the best shirt or anything like that. I used to buy a band shirt at like every single concert I went to. Nowadays I kind of reel it in, and instead, it like really has to stand out to me as having been like a sweet piece of merch. Like the Dirty Nil one that I just bought, I really enjoyed. I thought it was a cool ass shirt, so I bought that. But mostly I'll look it over. They usually have whatever it is, 2, like 3, 4 at the most possible shirts that you can buy. And if nothing stands out to me, but I did enjoy the band, then I'll just go to like their online store. It's cool to have something straight from the concert that you can kind of point to and be like, oh yeah, I was at that show. But for the most part, it's like always all black, not always the most creative designs. So buying merch at a show, I've kind of drifted away from doing that. I also don't like it when the tour dates are on the back of the shirt. Again, it's a cool thing you can point to and you can be like, I was at this particular show on this particular date. But it just makes the back of the shirt look a little bit sloppy, if you ask me, a lot of the time. So I prefer to mostly just buy my shit online these days. If I decide that I really want to buy a band, some band merchandise. But also at the same time, I've been trying to flesh out into having more than just t-shirts in my wardrobe. 90% of what I have is still t-shirts at this point, but I'm trying to class it up a little bit, I suppose. I suppose class would be the right word. God, I got these fucking grabby guys on both sides of me right now. I gotta kill something, make something change here. Fuck. Oh god. No, I'm gonna fucking die. Right away I knew. That motherfucker body slammed me into that stupid fucking pit of spikes. There was like 18 different enemies. I knew that was not... I knew I was going to die right away on that one. It fucking sucked. Crossbow and rapier. Let me think about this. Maybe I'll end things off with like a boss rush. Just to kind of keep things going, but keep it brief. Let me see. There we go. Got his back. A boss rush, if I pull it off, should only take like 11 minutes or something. Man, that was such a shitty place to die. Fucking kind of mad about that. But what can you do? Except for just try again, I suppose. The crossbow is sweet. You kind of get point blank with things and blast them in the face. That's fun. And the rapier does bonus damage if you attack immediately after rolling. Pretty cool weapons. They're fun. They're not like the best weapons out there by any means, but they're kind of fun to fuck around with because early on, especially with the strength upgrade, you can kind of like one-hit a lot of things by rolling into them like that. Cool crossbow blast. So kind of a fun bit of enemies, but I'm going to try and boss rush this. What in the fuck? That's never happened to me before. I've literally never had that happen before. What the shit? That was so fucked. I didn't know that there was trap chests. Of course there's trap chests. Stupid game. Couldn't make anything easy on me. Used to be easy. Oh, it was just always treasure. Oh, fun, good, look at you, you got treasure. Nope, now it's fuck you. Now you get a chest full of guys who are gonna fucking murder you. I gotta try and backtrack here. Let me take a quick peek at the map. Ah, shit. Alright, I want to try and find at least one more upgrade before I move on, so that's why I didn't just take the immediate way out when trying to boss rush. I've never successfully done a boss rush, so maybe this is a bad strategy to like be backtracking. Oh, please tell me you got something useful. Nah, I'm skipping all that. Nothing I'm gonna keep. It's a very different playstyle to just like rip your way through the level though. A damage upgrade is pretty sweet, I suppose. Or sorry, a skill upgrade. It's gonna really help if I find skills. Right now, as is, there's not a whole lot I can do with that. So I gotta hope that I find skills. It really sucks that treasure chest was a fucking scam. I'm not gonna grab that because I'm rushing through things so frantically. I'm like guaranteed gonna take damage while I'm fucking around with all this. There's probably gonna be a skill or an item up here that I can use. Flashbang, pretty lame ass item, but I'm basically just taking anything right now. I'm going a little bit slow here. I better portal up to my exit and bail. I can read the chat in just a moment because I gotta move on to the next area for the chat to pause, or for my timer, my like rush timer to pause. Shipping from other countries can be super expensive. Yeah, I figured that might have been the case. That's really unfortunate for that. I really wonder what this is made in. It's impressive as hell. Yeah, you're telling me, man. Good question, though. I actually couldn't tell ya. Yeah. I don't think it opens up with like a Unity logo or anything like that. I don't know if all Unity games do that anyways. Yeah. I couldn't tell ya. But this is probably my favorite game of 2017 so far. I recently... Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to go to the sewers. Oh, I just kind of went with the first one that I came across. Oh, well, this is this is like not a boss rush anymore than if I did this. Alright, well now I gotta stop trying to kill things and just try and find my way out of here. And maybe I'll find an upgrade or two along the way. But I kind of fucked this up. Realistically, I would just bail on this right now, but let's see if we can find something and make lemonade here. Honestly, I'm getting super turned around and lost in here already, though. What the shit did I do? Oh, I see the way I was supposed to have gone. How about can I just do a new run? Start again from the prisoner's cells. I fucked that one up. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. Maybe I'll start with cooler weapons. Those ones weren't bad, but I basically just threw away a bunch of money. Nutcracker, Ice Spell. Ice Spell's not that good. I don't like how slow this is. But at least I could do a lot of damage with it come the bridge boss there. Just gotta try and find like an upgrade. One upgrade, one like strength upgrade would make such a huge difference in this. Fuck, I don't want the ossuary. Just start branching off in different directions, I guess. Try and find something. Don't want an ice bow. I'm being really picky here. I don't want a fucking shield. Ah, this has gone much better for me in the past. This is going very terribly for me right now. That's another fucking shitty weapon. I don't want any of this stuff. Maybe it's a waste of time. Well, he just dropped in items. There's that, I guess. But I was thinking maybe it's a waste of time to even be trying to kill any of these fucking things. Health upgrade. There we go. Let's grab that and then get the fuck out of here. This game's engine is heaps. Was it made in Australia? A little bit of low-hanging fruit there with that quote-unquote joke. I don't think I've heard of heaps. Thanks for the research, though. I appreciate that, because it's not something I can really look up at the moment, although I am curious about it. Anything... fucking... Why is there so many shields? This game needs to know that shields are stupid and I don't want them. This ice spell is cool. It's just like slow and not the best. Oh, I might take that electric whip actually now. Yeah, replace the frost blast. Might as fucking well. Might as fucking well, not just might as well. Make it a little bit more aggressive. Wow, it's just not strong. It stuns enemies, but it's just like not strong. Coding language is hacks. That I've heard of. Hakes? Hacks? Hakes? That I have heard of. One shy. Probably wouldn't have used it right now anyways. Oil grenade. Oh, although I would have had an oil grenade and a flame grenade together. That could have been like a really awesome combo. Could have really done a lot of damage. I got a little bit of extra motivation here because I feel like I really have to pee right now. So I just really want to rush through everything. Hey, I made it out of there in like a minute and a half. That's pretty good. Maybe I should be skipping enemies more often for the sake of these rushes. As soon as you get like a teleporting guy like this on your tail, though, you kind of got to deal with it because they'll hunt you down. All right, I got myself one upgrade. Not gonna go there. That's just gonna take me to like some offshoot, like the sewers or something. I'm trying to see if I can make it to one of those sealed doors. Oh, the biter swarm's awesome. Alright. I really love jumping down all those different platforms like that to try and get through things really, really quickly. Oh, Hakes is similar to ActionScript. Similar to, I'm presuming, like, 3? Because I think 2 was kind of its own thing and it's kind of dead and abandoned, right? Well, a bunch of gold. Please tell me there's something else down here. A bunch of cells. Well, okay then. Man, doing those timed things really doesn't really seem to be worth it very often, does it? I have maybe a bigger sample size than you guys, I'm telling you right now. It's not usually worth it. I'm risking just flinging myself around the map to try and find upgrades here. Ah, shit. I might as well just buy it, whatever it is. Damage reduced by 10. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'd prefer like a strength upgrade or something, but I'll take it. I like those though. They're a lot less convoluted than some other languages. I know the tiniest bit of 3 because I made that Riddle School fan game. That's about it. I knew how to make a very simple point-and-click adventure game. Sweet, super pumped to have found that. But that's the extent of what I knew in ActionScript. I say new because that was a while ago at this point. I doubt I really remember any of it. I could probably read my old code and figure it out because it was the most simplistic version of coding ever put into game form. Like, just no shortcuts whatsoever. Everything is the longest, sloppiest way that you could ever think to code something because I have no experience with it whatsoever. It was cool. It was cool to learn that little bit, but I really, like, that's all I know. And never really had a reason to practice more. Ooh, there's something that you can get from the Elemental update. The fact that you can shock guys in water. That's cool. That, like, wasn't in the game before. There's like the water shocking and what else is it? The burning and the oil. That shit's all new. I'm gonna switch out my fire grenade. I saw a comment to the side there about Tom Fulp. He is indeed the man. Unfortunately, sorry I didn't get a chance to read the actual comment for the time being. Quick bow is sweet, +1 to skills. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. But I'm running behind here. I need to get out of here and to the ramparts as quickly as I can. Could I stream more point-and-click games? Yeah. You thought that Full Throttle went over well? I wouldn't mind doing more. That was a fun game. It was fun kind of working together with the chat and everything. If it's something that people want, then yeah, I could do more of that for sure. Maybe like Day of the Tentacle or something. I don't think I actually have that one right now, but I guarantee you I have some point and click. Oh shit. No, not this game. There's a new game on Kickstarter right now that's doing really well called Blasphemous. And the game they made before that was a point and click game that I really want to check out, so maybe I'll have to stream that one. I admire Fulp for using ActionScript 2 for Nightmare Cops. It's messy but really flexible. That fucking guy, I can't believe that he has used ActionScript 2 for like everything he's ever done. I mean, like, literally everyone else in the industry upgraded and moved on, and he was like, nah, not only do I know this well, I'm like the best there is at it. So, fuck it. I'm just gonna not learn other things and just stick with it. I didn't realize he was still using that for Nightmare Cops. That's hilarious. By the way, oh, to be honest, when I see all the coding languages, I can't wait to go back to school to learn all that stuff. That's good, man. That's good that you feel excited about it. It is fun. And there's totally like a barrier that I never leapt where it goes from being like, I'm tinkering around with this to like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and like really learn what I'm doing. And if you're motivated and like excited about it, then I think that's a super, super awesome like bridge to gap. Gap to bridge? Is that what I'm trying to say here? One of those combinations of words. I'm just gonna jump right off the edge. That's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm trying to skip enemies here so I can actually try and make it to the boss. Try and properly do this. So much things. Might as well just throw a trap at them. Just fuck with them a little bit. Come on, there's gotta be like a skill hidden down here somewhere, right? I'm not going off into like the weirdest randomest tangent for no reason. Because this is valuable, very valuable time in this game. Alright, well I'm aborting that one. I can't spend too long on any given like branch trying to explore all its nooks and crannies. So that one's a bust. I made it? I don't know if I've ever made it to that one. I made it by 8 seconds, which is unreal. But honestly, I don't think I've made it to that one before. Are you shitting me? It's just 10 cells again? God, that's just such a stupid reward. I mean, I guess if people got good enough that they could make it to that every single fucking time, then maybe they would get too much good weapons? Is that such a bad thing? It seems stupid to limit people on that. That was a useless little offshoot now, wasn't it? Ooh, an elite guy. You know what? Fuck him. I'm just gonna run in here, I'm gonna bash his brains in. Just cause I can. He can almost kill me all he wants, but I'm gonna win. That was really risky, I probably shouldn't have bothered with that. I don't remember how to get past the ramparts to the Black Bridge. I think it's not just a case of going right. I think you like have to find the branch for it. Fucking magnet thing. I don't stand a chance unless I magnet everything together and fuck them all up. God, I hate these flying bastards. Better do a quick heal there and then get the fuck out of here. 'Cause that shit is not going well. Come on, I haven't found a single skill upgrade in all my exploring here on the ramparts. I'm feeling really like I'm getting really super ripped off right now. Oh shit, you know what? I am going to take this because it gives the bonus to skills. But at this rate, I'm probably not going to make it to the guy in time. I can go look over at the comments in a minute. I'm really trying to get to this in time. I don't remember how the fuck to do it. How do I get? Yeah, I really like to jump off the cliffs. It's my favorite move. It's my go-to. Chuck some magnets back for those guys. What the shit? It feels like I was just here. Please tell me I didn't just go down the exact same tube again. Oh, I fucking did. Oh, what a huge waste of time. I thought it seemed really familiar. Oh god, the amount of time I just wasted there is unbelievable. I got 3 minutes to make it to the boss and kill him now. I probably fucked up my chances. Maybe that one particular decision wasn't the single-handed like thing that ruined it all for me, but it definitely will have played a big part in it. Hey, health upgrade. Now you guys fucking leave me alone. I'm just trying to go about my business and get the hell out of here. Hey, another health upgrade. Sure, why the hell not? Didn't have enough of that going on. I'm gonna be super well equipped to fight the boss, but I'm not actually gonna make it to him at this rate. It would really help if I remembered how to get to the Black Bridge from the ramparts. I really hope that all this downward movement is gonna take me there. Don't want the infinite arrows thing. I'm gonna stick with my electricity thing because I don't have to worry about arrows getting stuck in the guy while I'm trying to kill him. Oh shit! All right, well now I'm gonna have to kill this boss in 2 fucking minutes. That's not very promising. I really enjoyed the live stream of Full Throttle, and I wouldn't mind to see more of it. Hopefully, Day of the Tentacle, because it's a game I actually can help with. Right on. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't own that one at the moment, but I imagine someday I will. There's a summer sale coming up really soon here. I'm surprised it hasn't showed up in a Humble Bundle. Double Fine likes working with Humble a lot. I thought for sure it would show up in a Humble Monthly at this point. The motivation factor always gets me, but lately I've just been work that's been preventing me from working on anything. Yeah, that's always a pain. I feel like work has been oddly free lately, and other things have come up, and I haven't had time to do what I want to, which is unfortunate. I really like jumping off cliffs. Yeah, I saw that comment earlier. Yes, I do. 2 minutes to kill this boss. maybe. I might be able to do it. I just gotta throw like everything I can at him as quickly as I can. If you hold on to the lightning thing for too long, then he... sorry, I've got to focus on my bashing here. Why am I stunning him so well? I'm not used to him being so stunned so long like that. I lost my train of thought from a second ago completely. Right now I'm just focusing on bashing the shit out of this guy. Oh yeah, I think I was just saying you can't hold on to the lightning thing too long because you'll start hurting yourself if you do it. This is promising. I still have to beat him and then run out of the level. Which doesn't sound like a whole lot to have to do. But I don't have a lot of faith that I can do it. Help me, biters. Do your thing. I gotta fucking roll out of the way of this guy more often than I'm currently doing. There's an achievement for not getting hit by this guy. I don't think I'm gonna get that achievement. Man. I was really trying to risk, like, just taking the damage for the sake of trying to get the kill in there. Fuck. That's probably the closest I've ever made it, actually, which is really too damn bad. Shoot. Well, I think that's where I'm going to set aside Dead Cells. I was only planning to go for an hour, so you guys got a bonus half an hour in there with the boss rush attempt at the end there. I need to go make some dinner, so I'm probably going to sign off here and go do that. Good luck with the shirt hunt. If you do end up finding something cool, let me know. Be curious if you find anything that you're actually going to buy. Joshe. Well, I'm just kind of like slowly not like focused on the game. I'm going to go into the chat here. Can you tell me the name of that guy again? It was Simon V. I'm writing this down. It started with a V. I just got leftovers for dinner. Maybe I'll be able to go back into it. Simon Viklund. I figured I could find it faster because there's probably a huge delay between what I'm saying and the chat itself. Great stopping by. Have a good one. Yeah, I'm glad you guys could stop by too. This was really a throw together last minute thing, so there was no advertising for it ahead of time. Have a nice dinner. Thanks, dude. Hope you have a good evening. You guys too. Simon Viklund. Got it written down here on my little post-it note. So cool. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you again soon. I hope to advertise my next stream a little bit more, and maybe I'll do like a point-and-click game if that's something people are looking forward to. Look up the Blasphemous Kickstarter. One, because that game looks super awesome, but that's the developer who made the game, which I think might have been called The Last Door. That sounds right to me. I might look into streaming that game. That could be cool. Go back. Alright, have a good one, guys.